We all do it. We look at something new, something challenging, and think, I can't do that. We underestimate our own abilities. It's a common trap, and it holds so many of us back from achieving amazing things. But why does this happen? Why do we sell ourselves short? It's often a mix of things. Sometimes it's fear. Fear of failure, fear of looking foolish, fear of the unknown. We build these walls around ourselves, walls made of self-doubt, and those walls prevent us from even trying. Think about learning a new skill, like coding, or playing a musical instrument, or even just speaking a new language. At first glance, it can seem overwhelming, a huge mountain to climb. We see experts effortlessly performing these tasks, and we compare ourselves. We immediately see the gap and think, I'll never be that good. That's where the self-doubt creeps in. It whispers, don't bother trying, you'll just fail. And that whisper is powerful. It can easily drown out the voice that says, you can do this. Give it a try. But that inner voice is there, even if it's quieter. It's the voice of possibility, of potential. And it's crucial to listen to that voice, to nurture it, and to give it the strength to overcome the voice of self-doubt. One way to do this is to break down those large, daunting tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Learning a new programming language. Instead of trying to build a full app from scratch, focus on mastering one aspect first, perhaps just learning the syntax. Once you've mastered that, you move on to the next step. Each small victory, each small step forward, builds confidence. It's like climbing a mountain. You don't look at the whole peak at once, you focus on the next foothold, the next handhold. Soon, you are much higher than you started, without realizing how far you've come until you look back. This technique applies to nearly every challenge you face. It's a constant process of learning, growing, and improving. And that's a beautiful thing. It's part of life, part of what makes us human. Another reason we underestimate ourselves is a lack of self-awareness. We often focus on our weaknesses, our shortcomings, and ignore our strengths. We're quick to point out all the things we can't do, while failing to acknowledge the many things we are capable of. We need to balance our self-perception, to acknowledge our weaknesses while celebrating our achievements. We all have unique skills and talents, and often, we don't even realize what those strengths are. Take time for self-reflection. What tasks do you find yourself doing effortlessly? What are people always complimenting you on? These areas hint at your strengths, places where your abilities exceed your own expectations. And that is important to notice. Identifying your strengths empowers you, giving you the confidence to tackle new challenges knowing you have certain areas you are already skilled in. It also helps to remember that everyone, regardless of how successful they may seem, has had failures and setbacks along the way. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a stepping stone towards it. It's an opportunity to learn and grow. Those who seem to effortlessly achieve great things have learned to overcome the setbacks, not to avoid them. They have learned to pick themselves up and try again, even when things get difficult. Take the example of someone starting a business. It rarely works out perfectly the first time. There will be times where they face financial difficulties or face competition that feels impossible to overcome. They don't give up because they recognize that some failures are inevitable. Instead, they learn from their mistakes, adapt their strategies, and keep pushing forward. They are persistent, they are resilient, and their resilience is what sets them apart. Remember the power of small wins. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small they may seem. Acknowledge your progress and reward yourself for the effort you've put in. This positive reinforcement helps build confidence and motivation. Sometimes, just taking the first step is the hardest part, so recognize that accomplishment. And finally, surround yourself with supportive people, people who believe in you and encourage you to pursue your goals. Positive feedback and support can make a huge difference in overcoming self-doubt. A supportive network can provide encouragement, guidance, and a sense of belonging. They can help you to see your potential when you can't see it yourself. They can act as a reminder that you are capable of so much more than you often think. So, the next time you face a new challenge, remember that you are capable of more than you think. Don't let self-doubt hold you back. Break down the challenge into smaller steps, focus on your strengths, learn from your failures, and celebrate your successes. Believe in yourself, because you have so much to offer. You have incredible potential waiting to be unlocked. Don't underestimate your abilities. You might surprise yourself with what you can accomplish.